Representative, I occasionally shoot in competitions, typically like an IDPA timed competition, where we try to shoot targets and we're timed, and the person with the highest accuracy and the fastest time wins. If I took one of my weapons to a gunsmith and said, hey, I want to do this trigger modification, I want to put a buffer in there, I want to change something with the recoil, would I be in violation of the bill?
Again, this bill addresses nothing that has legal trigger modifications. So if you are installing a legal trigger modification, that's acceptable.
That sounds vague to me. Does that sound vague to you?
No. Read the bill. It only prohibits modification devices which accelerate the rate of fire of that of a machine gun.
So I have the bill in front of me here,
Okay.
and I see language like trigger modification device means any part, combination of parts designed or intended to accelerate the rate of fire. I also go further on. It specifically says does not convert the firearm into a machine gun, included but not limited to. But I see quite a bit of information there. And to the bill, this sounds awfully vague to me. This sounds like some weapons that I own may be in violation of this. And I want to point out to the members of General Assembly, maybe not everybody shoots all the time or owns a whole cache of weapons, but I want to let people know that quite a few of our constituents in every single one of our districts, they own weapons. So I think of one very popular pistol, a 1911 pistol, very, very popular. Every single one of our districts have constituents that own this pistol. It's very common to change the trigger on this weapon. You can make it a lighter draw. You can change the length of the draw. As I read the language of this bill, it sounds awfully like a modification that could increase the rate of fire. That would mean that we are making many of our own constituents felons. Another very popular handgun is a revolver. Revolvers, due to the way they work, due to their action, they have a very heavy trigger pull. It's very common to change the trigger pull action, the weight on a revolver. It could have to do with your stature, like the gentleman from Southern Illinois said, but also what you prefer, how you like to deal with recoil and such. This is a very common modification, and doing so would make our constituents felons. Every single one of our districts, except for maybe a few, probably have people that do gunsmithing work. People who install these aftermarket triggers to actually do small little modifications of how the action works. It might be to improve reliability, but also might have a side benefit of firing a little faster in competition, or it's just a user's preference. These gunsmiths would become felons. This bill is vague, people. It doesn't address what we're scared of. This has gone too far. We need to vote this down. I urge a no vote. I would actually love if the sponsor would actually just pull this legislation.